So, back for another VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Munkidori. Fake Out and Parting Shot is a very solid combination, as shown back in the previous generation by a certain Pokemon. There's no reason why Munkidori can't be doing exactly the same thing. Because the nice thing about Munkidori is when you're going for your Fake Out and Parting Shot pivoting, you also have the chance to get that bad poison, the toxic poison. And then you'll be able to pivot out, come back in, and waste another 2 turns worth of that toxic adding up. So that is actually really solid. Being able to get a toxic poison with a Fake Out is awesome. And that should make Munkidori very much considered for teams. It's going to be overshadowed by another certain Pokemon that has Fake Out and Parting Shot, but this is entirely viable as well. Poison and Psychic is much easier to put onto your team as like a 6th Pokemon than Fire and Dark is, because there's other very usable Fire and Dark Pokemon. There's not many poison types. Like, not many viable poison types that you'd want to put on your team, so Munkidori absolutely should be considered. Because poison is a great typing, defensively, because it's one of the few types that resist Fairy. Like, I know this is weak to Shadow Ball, but this resists Fairy. And it can actually do so pretty well if you invest in your bulk. Like, Munkidori's bulk is not great. Its defense is terrible. But just invest in it. Its special attack of 130, given that this is a support Pokemon, does not need investment to do actually pretty reasonable damage. Like, you definitely can. Like, you can go for just Focus Sash and all that. Just go max speed, max special attack. And if you are, absolutely go Focus Sash. You won't have the bulk otherwise. But this bulk is good. If you invest in the bulk, this survives things you won't expect. Like, this survives a Sucker Punch from Shenpao. Definitely won't expect that to happen. And then suddenly Munkidori survives, gets that Sludge Bomb off, and also gets that 51% chance to get either a poison or a toxic poison, thanks to Toxic Chain and Sludge Bomb's effect. So yeah, this actually can survive multiple hits, get that Parting Shot, and make use of the bulk that you've invested because you've reduced the attack and special attack as well. So yeah, Munkidori can be made pretty bulky, unexpectedly so. And I think it would be better than the Focus Sash set. Like, this is not a recommended move set, these are just other moves that can absolutely fit onto Munkidori wherever you want to put them. Like, these are probably the best 4, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, those are your best stabs to go for. Fake Out, obviously, absolutely have that. Parting Shot, basically guaranteed to have that, but could be swapped out for other kind of sports moves if you feel you need it as well. These are other moves that you can use. Psyshock to hit on the defensive side, so you can have Sludge Bomb for special and Psyshock for physical. But Psychic, you know, that hits Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and that's going to KO, whereas Psyshock won't because its defense is actually pretty good. Terra Blast can be used as well. Obviously, not with Terra Poison, but with whatever other Terra types you have to get whatever coverage you need. There's plenty of things that Psychic and Sludge Bomb won't be that great against, but you can easily cover that with a Terra Blast, for sure. Clear Smog, that's going to be mainly for Dondozos. But definitely have Terra Fairy if you're going Clear Smog against Dondozos. But also any other kind of setup Pokemon, there's a little bit more of setup that's creeping into the format, it seems, in Regulation F, so Clear Smog would be very viable. I would have Acid Spray only on the Focus Sash Max Speed set, because then your special attackers can make use of that. When you're this one, you're a bit slow to make use of the Acid Spray. And obviously Acid Spray can benefit Munkidori itself, so it's absolutely worth considering on it too. These are the supportive sets that I would consider on the Munkidori, which is basically Taunt and Helping Hand over Parting Shot as well. Because Parting Shot is so good, but so is Helping Hand. Fake Out and Helping Hand is a great combination. Taunt to be able to stop all the shenanigans would be very useful as well. So yeah, basically between Parting Shot, Taunt and Helping Hand, if you are going with something that is not an Assault Vest, because this is also a very viable option. Because, like I said, it's a Poison type. It's going to be a Fairy resist. It is technically a Fluttermane resist. Ignore Shadow Ball. Fluttermanes want to go for the Fairy moves. With the Assault Vest, this shrugs off the Fairy moves easily. And you get to go for this really cool combination. Make sure you have a load of Poison or Steel types on your team as well, because Sludge Wave is what you want to be going for with this Assault Vest one. Because then the Toxic Chain could activate on the Sludge Waves against the opponent. That's why you want Steel and Poisons. Like, Poison will still take damage on your side, but won't get badly poisoned, and Steels will be able to resist it completely. But the opponent, you're almost certainly going to get at least a poison somewhere, because you've got the 10% chance on the Sludge Wave, so that's not the greatest, but it stacks with the Toxic Chain to be able to try and get that Toxic on the opponent. And then you can benefit from, is it Venoshock? I've never actually had to say this word out loud. It must be Venoshock, right, because it's to do with Venom. I'm going with Venoshock, because it's basically like Hex. It learns Hex, you could use Hex. However, Venoshock, I was about to say Venoshock, it's Venoshock, right? It's got to be Venoshock. Venoshock is the stab move, so it's going to be the strongest you can go for. And this will do surprising damage if you have managed to poison the opponent, which with Toxic Chain and spamming Sludge Waves potentially, and even trying to get a poison on a Fake Out is not unreasonable. So Sludge Wave and Venoshock, so long as you've set up your team correctly, would be actually pretty viable. The only issue is that you kind of have to set up your team around Munkidori, whereas I see Munkidori as a perfect 6th Pokemon for a team. And it can absolutely fit on a team. Like, Fake Out Parting Shot is a great combination. This Assault Vest one is going to be pretty cool as well. And you just bulk it out. The Focus Sash one, it's viable. But I would absolutely bulk out Munkidori and survive things that you would not expect to. Like, seriously. Look up the calcs. You survive some very funny things.